Okay, sorry guys about that small delay. Okay, we are here. Welcome Yamal, welcome Iam, welcome Dean Smith, welcome Kieran, welcome all you guys. Anyway, it's exactly 50-50 on the poll. Inter Miami has a higher percent on the poll? What? No way. Okay, crazy. If you found out why people watch the part 2 24-hour stream war, why? We're turning on the camera as well now, don't worry. W's also just got a meal here. I'm going to eat while we go. But yes, I didn't get the Ronaldo shirt, Dean Smith, but I do have this Salah backwards shirt, okay? It's Salah from that Serie A club. It's all I had because of the Ronaldo shirt. Again, I couldn't find it. I was trying to look, and I didn't want to be late for the match. PSG are going to be kicking us off here. Your game prediction is 4-0. And here we go. PSG kick it off. And they've just done that one where they give it to the defense here. So there we go. Going to be a goal kick for Inter Miami. Respect for the Solar shirt, yeah. You found out why people watched me sleep? Why? Hey, 6-0 is the prediction, okay. Star Aid Masterclass? Probably. We'll see. What the heck? No, I did on the 24-hour stream sleep, Yamal. Because it is a 24-hour stream. I can't be up for 24 hours. Otherwise, I'll get, sleep deprivation. PSG or Miami? PSG, 100%. Into Miami aren't going to do this. Are not going to do this at all. But we'll keep the neutral commentation. So this is now going to be Barry in the back. Let's read out the lineups today. So let's get them. We'll just get the foot mob here. Oh, we can read it here. So Gianluigi Donnarumma, Nuno Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi for PSG, Vitinha. And there was several times where Dino scratched his butts, obviously, even though he's not Ruiz and João Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Barcola, and Doué. That's why. I mean, that's kind of weird, but... Okay, he's just itching, I guess. That's a normal bodily function. Itch. Yeah, you can delete the message. Yeah. But yeah, that's... Okay, well, it's nothing bad. Okay, now for Inter Miami, here's the lineup. So we have Ustari as the goalkeeper. Of course, in the back area for Inter Miami, we have Weigand, Falcon, Allen, and Jordi Alba will be starting this one. Then for the midfield, we have Allende, Redondo, Busquets, and Segovia. And then the forward line, it's Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. Why in the world are people watching that? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. Yeah, but okay, it is what it is. I mean, we did the 24-hour stream, so it is what it is. So yeah. Here we go. So this is going to be Inter Miami with the ball, just losing it. Messi tried to bring upfield. Also, guys, I think some of you lagged behind. So if you just press on the YouTube, there's like a little live button next to the unmute button. If you click on live, it should bring you right up to where we are on the stream, because I think... some of you guys, I can tell when some of you is a lag behind, and I think some of you guys are. So just make sure to click that one to be up to date. If Messi scores, you hit the Messi celebration. No, I'm never doing that in my life. I don't care if he scores. He can... If he scores, I will do 10 push-ups. I don't think he will score, though. And this is now going to be with the ball at the back. Marquinhos... Okay, and it's now going to say to this side here, it's going to be Pacho. Now it's Vitinha. And now it's going to be with Hakimi. Now back, it's going to be with Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes, finding a through ball there. And it's going to be Kvaratskhelia on the left side here. There should be no trouble to get through the defense. Like, Kvaratskhelia just ran through the whole defense. It's a tap. And it just goes to the side there. Can you please tell me what the number feels like on your shirt? It feels like a number. No. It feels like probably what a regular number feels like on a shirt. But yeah. What have I got? So I've got for this game, I think, 4-0. Or 4-1, never doubt another... goal, Bye, Yamal. Thank you, for tuning in. Make sure to watch this game, because the game a good one. And, Kvaratskhelia, just always so good. Also, this is getting kind of hot. So I might take this off in a second to wear the Brentford shirt only. But, yeah. Doué, just a little bit of a foul there by Weigand. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, what a guy. Skills pass 1. Skills pass 3. Takes the pass. He should have really shot, to be honest. It's 6 in USA. Oh. And for me, it's 7:05 p.m. So that is crazy. Inter Miami wins. I'll shave my head. Nah, that's too risky. Because I just got this cut, and I'm not going to shave my head even if they win. Because, you know, I've got the nice gold inside here. Vamos PSG. Yes, let's go PSG. It's 12:05. Okay. W Jamal, thank you for telling me the time. Now it's Vitinha or Hakimi taking this free kick. It looks like that Vitinha might be taking. Waiting for this one. It looks like, yeah, for sure. No, Dean Smith. I'm not going to do that. It's kind of weird. And there's a goal already. PSG 1-0. Vitinha assist. And it is João Neves who scores. It's the Portuguese link-up. 1-0. Started with a big save already. He'll need to have a great game to give Miami any chance. I mean, you know, there's nothing you can do to stop this PSG side. They're just so good, especially playing, you know, the first team. But yeah, definitely a brilliant goal there from João Neves. And it's 1-0 already. Vamos PSG, yeah, for sure. Vamos PSG. Okay, I'm going to take this off. It's getting kind of hot. As much as I don't like Inter Miami, I do really want their shirt. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I actually kind of like the Inter Miami shirt. I like the away kit. I don't like the home kit as much. Just take this Sulla shirt off. I was getting kind of hot in here. But there we go. 1-0. Already PSG going through. I'm sure they're going to be versing City. Sorry, Bayern in the quarters. Not City. Bayern. That is a later game today, of course. It would be Bayern Munich versus Flamengo. Of course, Flamengo do have a chance, but Bayern are just such a good side. Fabian Ruiz, little head pass to Kvaratskhelia, and there's a little flick on by Doué. Doesn't reach. Barcola is going to be playing the striker today. Goncalo Ramos not starting. PSG versus Bayern. Yes, skull emoji there. That is going to be a crazy game, by the way. That'll be crazy. PSG are obligated to sustain its reputation against such an upstart club as Inter Miami. Yes, PSG, that's why they're playing, you know, a stronger team than against Botafogo. They need to, you know, show the strength here, show the domination. And that is going to be now Pacho passing to Vitinha. I just love the Portuguese linked up in this team. You know, Nuno Mendes, Vitinha, you know, as well, João Neves, Goncalo Ramos, but the rest of them, yeah, brilliant. They do as well. Inter Miami home kit. Yeah, Inter Miami home kit also pretty good. For me, the away kit, I just like the, you know, the hot pink color on the black base. It really stands out, but yeah, I get what you're saying about the home kit. The home kit's also good. I think maybe it's better if it's a slightly darker pink. I don't know if it's just my screen that's not making it like a dark pink. Like, see the color of this pink there? Like that scoreboard pink? Yeah, that's what I think it should be like. And Hakimi now passing through to João Neves. Little 1-2 pass. Now Pacho just bringing up the field there to try and fire Kvaratskhelia. Juve and Real Madrid is going to be hard. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Also, if you're watching, guys, spam W in the chat, because right now it says 0 people watching, and I know there's a lot of you guys watching, so that's kind of weird. I think it's just my YouTube being glitched. Hakimi, Barros, or a dyslexic streamer. That's crazy. Okay. And their badge is so nice. It's such a Florida Latino feel. Yeah, for sure. I like the flamingos on it as well. It's like a nice little badge. Yeah, W's. Yeah, I knew it. It's just my YT glitching out. Yeah, it sometimes does this, so I don't know why. But yeah, this is now going to be Messi passing over to Alonde, and it looks like Pacho's just going to clean them up nice and easy there. And it's going to be now PSG with the ball still. Pacho actually manages to not kick that out as well, which is crazy. Vitinha over to Kvaratskhelia. The player to watch for me is going to be Farah. He is just so good. Nuno Mendes as well, but Kvara is amazing. Do I see Hakim nominated to take the Ballon d'Or? I mean, I see him nominated, but not taking the Ballon d'Or. I would love Nuno Mendes to take the Ballon d'Or. I would love him to get it. Just because, you know, very underrated in terms of, you know, defenders don't get as high up. But, you know, Nuno Mendes, outstanding season for club and country. He really fits the criteria for a Ballon d'Or winner, but yeah, I guarantee you'll go to either Dembele, who else? Yamal, I don't think Salah has really a chance anymore. I mean, he's had probably the best individual season, technically, in terms of, gameplay, but not trophies, of course. Just the Premier League winner, runner, and third place predictions. Prediction or my personal bias? So I'll give my personal bias. Nuno Mendes first. I think Dembele second. Third, Yamal. Fourth, Vitinha. That's my personal bias. I'll probably even put Vitinha higher than Yamal just in terms of, that just Vitinha is really as well a little bit underrated. But, of course, I know Yamal will be up there. So, yeah, I know he'll be in top 3. So, for sure, Yamal in third. Coming from a Real Madrid fan, of course. Oh, Club World Cup prediction. Sorry. Winner for Club World Cup. Biased again. Real Madrid, but I do know it's going to probably be Bayern, just based on their form. They're looking pretty good. Runners-up, PSG, and third place, probably Real Madrid. Will be a third place tie between City and Real Madrid. Though, actually, City could be the winners. City actually might. Now thinking about more, City are just looking strong. They look really good. Kvaratskhelia just down the ground here with an injury for PSG. Also, don't know why Ronaldo's facing backwards. There you go, Ronaldo. You can watch the game. You too, Vinny. Sit on the Ronaldo's little arm there. Okay. Going to be a drop ball, I think, for Barry. It's going to be Pacho over to Nuno Mendes. Through ball over to Kvaratskhelia. The Bayern versus Flamengo match is going to be an interesting match. Yeah, for sure. Juve is a nomination. Yeah, though the only problem, I would have picked Juve, but just their form in the last game was so bad. I got to say, sorry, Juve fans. It was really not great watching them get that destroyed by City, especially, the coach. I think it was the coach's fault. Tudor really did not pick the correct lineup there, picking some of the players that I really thought should have been starters as subs. But yeah, Juve, if they had the form in the first 2 games, yeah, for sure. That'd be a shout up to the... I think they versed PSG in the quarters. Real Madrid in the quarters. So I don't see them getting past the quarters, maybe. Oh, no, they versed Real Madrid in the round 16. What am I talking about? Yeah, if they beat Real Madrid, then possibly. But if Real Madrid beat them, then I don't see them having a chance because they'll be out of the tournament. Nasser El Khalifa in the crowd there, the owner of PSG. And there's a little pass back from Marquinhos back to Donnarumma. Of course, if you guys didn't know, Bradley Barcola, originally a Lyon player, Nasser Al Khalifa just paid $50 million for Barcola to help Lyon out in their Ligue 1 revival case, trying to stay in Ligue 1, because, of course, they were relegated with a chance to appeal. There is a run there from Barcola, and it's just a little bit too far, that ball placed for him from Doué, and it's going to be out for a Inter Miami goal kick. For sure, I can see more goals coming very soon in this match. We got an early one. We like early goals. There's a beautiful cross by Vitinha. Beautiful header by João Neves. Hopefully we see that link up in the World Cup, with Portugal. But it's going to be a long run, for sure. It's going to be a long one. Because I do like their link up. It looks very nice. Definitely one of Portugal's stronger link ups currently. Vitinha, Nuno Mendes as well. I feel like Bruno fits into that link up kind of nicely too. Feel bad for Lyon. They're underrated. Yeah, Lyon for sure underrated. Bayern are more technical, but Flamengo have such an aggressive press and both love possession. Yeah, for sure. I was also going to say Flamengo might be playing a little bit harder on passion terms, because Bayern, of course, had a big season themselves. Flamengo might take this tournament slightly more seriously than Bayern, just because, Bayern, of course, don't really need the funds as much as, the likes of Flamengo might need the funds. That's what I'm feeling anyway, but, Cherki and their experienced striker. Well, Cherki saved himself, going to Man City. I think it was going to happen regardless of if they got, relegated, but technically he saved himself. But yeah, this is now Paddy with the ball. It's going to be Fabian Ruiz, who could be joining Al Nassr, actually. He's close to joining. Fabrizio says it's in works. So we'll see. I think maybe he'll stay at PSG, though, just because, Champions League, coming off the back of a Champions League season. Unless PSG really are trying to look for, Warren Zaire-Emery starting as a midfielder. I don't really see it happening, though. But yeah. You love the kit they wear. Yeah, Leon kit, pretty clean. I was trying to struggle to say that word there. It's going to be a corner for PSG there. Fabian Ruiz just wins that one. And it's going to be Desir Doué taking. Here we go, Doué. Getting ready to cross this one in. Target, probably going to be Barcola in this one, or Pacho, I can see. Oh, Barcola's moving off the point where I thought maybe it would be a key target at the back post. It looks like Pacho might be the target here. Cross coming in. And actually does reach Barcola. And there's a header, and there's a goal. It is 2-0. And it's Fabian Ruiz who scored. It's offside. 1-0. Man City are the most ruthless team in the tournament. No mercy from them. Yeah, for sure. City are the most ruthless. That's what Pep wants here. It's offside. Barcola's header. Just, meeting Fabian Ruiz offside there. Could have been a second, but no. I did kind of predict it. I said Barcola might be in the target there. He was. Ustari just passing out onto this left side here. It's going to be now with Alba. After a little pass from Allen. And he's won a goal kick there, Alba. Just boots the ball off of Hakimi. Jordi Alba will probably be the key defender in this game. It's his first start for the Club World Cup. Probably his last. And Ustari. Long down the field. Imagine PSG versus City final. What game that would be. I know, that would be an insane game, New City versus Champions League winner PSG. That would be insane to watch. No problem, King Doom. See you in a bit. And now Vitinha. Back to Pacho. Marquinhos. And now Hakimi. And there's a little pass there from João Neves. Pacho to Nuno Mendes. We know Nuno Mendes loves cutting in. A little bit like Cucurella, to be honest. He's sort of the similar player type to Cucurella. He loves the through balls. That's something he really does love. Long ground shots too. Fabian Ruiz. And that is going to be a goal kick for Ustari. Ruiz is, the key target in some of these plays here, it seems like. Especially in this Club World Cup. He's definitely been lighting it up a little bit. That's why I don't really see him leaving. But, of course, there's always stuff happening behind the scenes. You never know. And, yeah, that's just showing the offside there before. He was clearly offside. There is going to be a injury here for Allen, it looks like. Looks like the referee's pausing. He's telling the medical team to come on. I think Allen might be subbed off. This could be a bit of time-wasting tactic. I don't know why they would time-waste maybe at the moment, but, maybe if they got a fluke goal and get it to 1-1. Pens might be the only option, really, for Miami to get through here. Just because PSG is so ruthless. A goal and then defending, playing park the bus. Fabian Ruiz keeps making runs past into the box and is causing defense problems. Yeah, for sure. That's why I've been noticing as well. He really does love his runs past the defense. And Nuno Mendes loves setting them up too. We saw it with Portugal. We saw it with PSG. We saw it in the Champions League final. Nuno Mendes just loves those, little quick through balls down the field, breaking through the defensive line. And we'll see definitely more of that in this game. Looks like a substitution will occur here for Inter Miami. Medics are checking the player Alon still. Sorry, Alon. Not Alon. Alon, not to be confused, because there is number 21, which is Alon, number 32, which is Allen, or Alon, because it's got a little E at the end there. And the substitution, I think, is going to be made here, and it looks like Avilés will be replacing Alon. So there we go, the substitution has occurred. Avilés is coming on. He is definitely a, I would say, pretty good defender for Inter Miami. How old is he? Let's see how old this guy is. I think he's pretty young. He's only 21, yeah. Looks like a good upcoming defender, for sure. Allen's only 21 too. Inter Miami definitely a more youthful team than, when Messi first joined. Just because you get former Barcelona players doesn't mean you'll get the same Barcelona performance. They're way past their prime. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was all known. Probably the best player currently on the field. Again, no offense to Messi fans. Is probably Busquets. He really is a great link of, this whole team. I think he really just helps the transition of Inter Miami, from the defense to the attack. You're watching the game with your dad. No problem, Ion. Watch the game with your dad. For sure. Go do that. Avilés gets a yellow card there, and, a minute after being subbed on. Not great. Yeah, Busquets is just so good. You're back now. You said Inter Miami's going to get thrashed. Yeah, for sure. Already a goal, so... I think maybe they can get one goal into Miami. I don't think it's going to be, much of a chance in getting through. The marking's bad. Yeah, the marking has definitely left the back line especially. The midfield's actually pretty strong, but the back line isn't great. That's why I'm saying Busquets really is, just this key player on this team. He's so performative in the midfield for Inter Miami. Messi as a forward, he can't always be dropping back, and that's why Busquets, I feel like, is slightly more important for a team like Inter Miami. Because, he has a little bit more impact on the whole team's play. Whereas, of course, Messi is more impact-focused on the attack. Of course, he does come back into the midfield and defense sometimes. But, more attacking-focused player there. For sure. But Busquets, as a DM, very defensive, very playmaking. Doué. Skills pass 1. Ball sent in. Just misses Nuno Mendes. And then there's a little volley shot. Ustari grabs. Messi played as CDM like the group stage. It would have been better. Yeah, I feel like I'm actually surprised kind of how they've shifted him into a very attacking role here. I feel like they should have kept, the same sort of style where they were having Segovia on the left wing. He was playing more of a striker role. Messi was dropped back into the midfield. I think that was better when he was in a midfield duo there with Busquets because there was really more link-up play against Palmeiras. But yeah, they've sort of just transitioned him as a striker almost here with Luis Suarez. And I don't think that's the best of ideas. I'm also surprised as well that... Who is it? One of these guys in the bench, I really thought should have started this game. I can't remember who it was. One of them did a good performance last game. I feel like Fafa's pretty good for Inter Miami. I know he makes some mistakes, but yeah, he seems like he's pretty decent in terms of, regular play. Besides, attacking, he wasn't great in the previous Palmeiras game. He really should have got into Miami. I think 3-1 up it was. But yeah, he did miss that shot. Water break here. Just checking on Ustari. Another injury, of course. If Ustari doesn't continue here, I mean, it looks like he's continuing, but if he doesn't, that's a big, big loss for Inter Miami. It's a very big loss. And he just plays it over to Jordi Alba, who actually doesn't even reach it. Hakimi, bad pass into the box. That was a close chance for PSG. Still got the ball for Tinha. Turn the group stages. Mascherano's and onto something. He's on something. That was such a flop. Yeah, that pass was very bad. It's all well and good having a player like Messi who is still good on the ball and has good possession, but his team is 20% possession. What is he meant to do? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think Busquets is slightly better in terms of possessive play, because when he gets the ball, Busquets sort of calms down that midfield. But, of course, Messi is only really, going to be effective in terms of attacking play, bringing the ball up forward, link-up play with the attackers, but he can't do anything about possession. They should have really purchased some defenders into Miami, a quality defender, not just, of course, Barcelona, U40s all the time. Kvaratskhelia, long ball. Oh, my goodness, how did he not score? Kvaratskhelia is just so good. Best player on the field. Yeah, that was a good interception. Yeah, just too wide. But Kvaratskhelia, best player on this field, I have to say. I mean, he's not even in the Ballon d'Or calls just because, the transfers and all that sort of stuff. But he's just so good. I can see him winning it soon. I can see Kvaratskhelia winning it very soon, next year, maybe the year after. I want Kylian to win one, but I would love Kvaratskhelia to win one. He just is, him. He's him. Fabian Ruiz, Yair Neves, now passing over to Nuno Mendes. Now onto the left side here. It's again Kvaratskhelia. Kavara, let's see what he can do. And he is just, playing real some possession here. Doué now with the ball. Doué pocketed pretty well by Miami. Now Messi just passes it to Suarez. Suarez should pass it over to Segovia. Yep. Actually, a good pass by Suarez there. Segovia. Down to the right side there, Alond. Cross. Failed. Going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. Really should have cut that in instead of crossing that across the face of the box. That was not a great decision-making skill there from Alond. He should have dud cross, cut back in. You know, Messi was open on the side. You know, Suarez was up forward. You know, just pass, bring it in. Yeah, it's better play from Miami, but, you know, just some of these decision-making skills are not the best. And that was really lucky defending there from Falcon because it was going to be, you know, a run on goal here. Now we've got Kvaratskhelia on the counter. It's just, as soon as they don't have momentum, it's just lost. Free kick for PSG. Probably another goal. Well, I watched the match, Juventus versus Real Madrid. DinoDoomz, unfortunately, can't come just because he's getting a football tournament himself. So, yeah, he's going to be in a football tournament for the coming days. He'll be able to start watching from the plane match. He'll be watching on the plane with me for the quarterfinals. I can't remember which one. It's one of the quarterfinals. He'll watch the quarters and the final with me. But, yeah, unfortunately, he can't. Best of luck to him in his tourney, though. But yeah, can't wait for Juventus versus Real Madrid. I'm really excited for that one. Really, really excited. July 1st, 10 p.m. Here we go. It looks like Vitinha will be taking the cross. Yeah, DinoDoomz is my brother, yeah. And long ball. And that is not great. Again, Nuno Mendes just loves those small shots there. Jan Luigi actually comes out of his box, you know. Again, as I said in the previous stream, Donnarumma has been stepping it up this year. At the start of the year, the year before he was as well. But, you know, stepping it up. He's actually been showing up ever since, you know, the Champions League run really began in Liverpool for PSG. You know, when they defeated Liverpool at Anfield. So that's where I feel like it really begun for them. For him, sorry, in terms of form. Nuno Mendes, Kvaratskhelia back here. Oh, that was a good play. Just cleared away. Suarez passes to Messi. Messi, of course, I can't hear. I'm assuming there's a lot of boos from the PSG crowd because they don't like Messi. And that is going to be cleaned up by PSG. Brilliant shield. I think that was João Neves who did that shield there. That was top tier shielding on the ball to prevent that from reaching, you know, Segovia. And now it's going to be on this left side, Kvaratskhelia. Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, Messi's getting cooked. Oh, Pep, I thought I thought Pep was, Pep, your favorite player was, Messi. I'm surprised that you're, saying Messi's getting cooked. Kvaratskhelia, he should have really cut back that time. So, the first time he should have shot. The second time he's dribbled through there, he should have cut back. Kvara, my guy. Yeah, he's electric, though. He is just so... Look at that. Just skills. Takes a shot. You know, wins a corner. Doué's going to take. Target probably going to be that back far post again. I see Barcola as the target again. We'll have to look. Here we go. Desire Doué. Corner. Whipped in. And it was Barcola trying to be aimed as the target. But it just goes too high. And Marquinhos doesn't grab that one. You say it how it is. Yes, for sure, Pep. You know, you got the mastermind tactics. Imagine being the right back and seeing Kvara running at you like that. What are you supposed to do? You know that meme with that guy who says, like, I got no legs? It's exactly applied here. Hit the Sue. If Kvaratskhelia scores, I'll hit the Sue. Because I know he likes CR7. I'll do it then. Alba, Busquets. Just see, I feel like Alba and Busquets just have a good impact here. I mean, Alba can't really do much, let's be honest. He's on the left side. That's why I really think they should have got a centre-back. Not, you know, a left-back might have not been as effective as a centre-back, to be honest. I need to hit the Sue so Kvara should... No, Kvara will score. Like, I don't need to hit the Sue so he will score. I know he will, but, like, when he scores, I will hit the Sue. Actually, when anyone scores, you know, on PSG, I'll hit the Sue. Easy little build-up there from Miami just taken out. Now going to be Nuno Mendes passing over to Doué. I love how Doué and Kvara sort of overlap into that left striker position, left wing, just like always rotating You love to see it. Hakimi did a bad pass there. Luckily, Barcola is on it to collect that one. Nice skill from Barcola. Ooh, that is brilliant. Hakimi, low cross. Should have really gone to Kvaratskhelia far post. João Neves sees it, though. There we go. Your opponent, Kvara, is the same level as Yamal's skill shots move. Yeah, the problem is, though, that Kvaratskhelia, in terms of player, he just transferred here, so he hasn't got that Ballon d'Or shout, that Ballon d'Or credibility built up. Debatable take. Yeah, I mean, the difference is, of course, that Kvaratskhelia is how old? He's 24 and Yamal's 17, so there is a little bit of a difference there. But, of course, you know, I hear a lot of people saying age is an excuse, but, I mean, it's for that sort of take, I mean, it is debatable. 100%. Don't like zero ball knowledge takes on my channel, from me, specifically. And Busquets just passing to Falcon. Now over to Jordi Alba. Back to Falcon. And that is some nice pressure there from Barcola. Makes him cough up the ball. Hakimi passes it. That's a good dud. And oh my goodness. Fabian Ruiz should have hit that one on target. Maybe didn't expect the dud there from Doué. That was a good play from him. And that's why Doué is so good. Yes, I'm waiting to eat that. Hopefully it's not going to be too cold. I'm going to wait for the half-time to eat this one. 15 minutes we got. You know. Still have some time. Also, let me just make sure that this is on here on my screen. Just so I can get this. Okay, swipe out all these noties. Okay, close that. PSG is so well balanced. Exactly. Pep going back to 17-18 City tactics, attacking fullbacks with high line. Yeah, I really do appreciate Pep with, you know, the attacking fullbacks. You know, we see Nunez, we see Aït-Nouri. It's just masterpiece, you know. Pep is just so good at coaching, I gotta say. PSG, yeah, but so well balanced as well, this team. Like, I mean, the only difference I think I could make, maybe, is, you know, because maybe Fabian Ruiz is leaving. That's the only thing. I think he might be. That's just on me. But, you know, if you put Warren Zaire-Emery on the left side instead of Fabian Ruiz, I do think that's a very good young team there. Kusanov, yeah, Kusanov as well. Josko as well. All brilliant for, you know, City in terms of, you know, the fullback role. I feel like Aït-Nouri should start games, like start a lot of games, because he is looking like the gold star on City, you know. I could have cooked with Inter Miami. Like, Miami's 4-4-2 is so trash, it doesn't even fit the players. I mean, what they should do, maybe, is play a 5-2-3. No, let's have a look here. So we got 4 at the back, 4, 8, 9, 10. A 5-2-5, I think would be good. But instead, you play, yeah, 5-2-5. I was going to say a 5-2-3-2, but no. A 5-2-5 might be better. So in your opinion, they should play a 5-4-1. Yeah, I feel like if they had transitionary DMs, if Messi was playing DM instead, maybe, you know, I think he can play that position. If he plays DM with Busquets, you play, you know, Redondo maybe as a higher player. Segovia is a right striker, Redondo left side. Messi is a transitionary DM to an AM. Busquets, you know, a deeper lying DM, so you have that little staggered formation. I think that would work a little bit better. And then, of course, you can have the attacking fullbacks where Segovia actually comes back to defend. Alba comes out on the left side. Yeah, Messi and Busquets as midfielders would be very balanced, I feel like, in terms of, you know, helping this team with their gameplay. I do think that would be a balanced formation, really. And this is going to be Vitinha now to Nuno Mendes, Marquinhos, Hakimi. Marquinhos again. Long ball from Marquinhos, trying to find... Is that Nuno Mendes up in the field? Don't know. He just skilled the defense, just managed to clear off the line. What is that? The first thing I'd sell Suarez and buy Elliott. Well, I don't think you can sell Suarez. I don't think anyone's going to buy him, let's be honest. Now, with this injury, you know, he's just barely playing now. So, I mean, you would have to just get money elsewhere. And buy Elliott. He's a cam, because just look at his finishing. Yeah. Don't know if you're talking about Harvey Elliott, right? I don't know if he would come to, though, Miami. I mean, Why don't they go for Timo Werner? Because he looks interested in going into the MLS. So, you know, Timo Werner to into Miami might be possible, especially if he plays on that, you know, that right mid side. I feel like that's a little bit of a weaker side currently. I mean, you got Alon there, but it just seems like the left side seems a bit stronger. You know, Busquets, Alba, Segovia, and all that sort of overlapping gameplay too over there. And Luis Enrique uses so many different ways of playing. It's their Pep style that has influenced football in general. Luis will use all types of play, even long balls, something Pep will not use. Yeah, for sure. Luis Enrique, generational coach. He is so good. Love his gameplay, honestly. It's enjoyable football to watch. You know, I would love Kylian to stay one more year at PSG just to, you know, be in this team because I would have loved to see how he would have gone out, you know. Because, you know, they're missing that striker role. I mean, if you play Kvaratskhelia left wing, moving into striker, and then you do that overlap function with Doué and Kvara instead of Doué, though you play Kylian, and you overlap that, Doué stays as a set right wing, I think that'd be really good if they had have had that for an extra year. But, of course, Kylian to Real Madrid is the dream. He was so good in the first season, just, you know, the rest of the team was off. Corner for PSG. Hopefully some goofy team from the Chinese league by Suarez. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's going to buy him, to be honest. I think he's just really injured. Not even the SPL would buy him. I guarantee you, not even the SPL would buy him. And there looks to be a little bit of a talk here between Hakimi and Messi. There's a little bit of an injury. Kvaratskhelia, it looks like he's just been fouled in the box just before this corner's been taken. Who has done this? Let's have a look. Weigand, yeah, just stands on his foot there for absolutely no reason when he's going to mark him. Okay. A little bit of a dive from Kvara, let's be honest. It's not that bad, Kvaratskhelia. Just get up, bro. Come on. You got this, bro. Pick yourself up, Kvara. You don't need to be subbed off for someone standing on your foot. It looked kind of a bit like accident because he wasn't really looking, but, you know, you never know. If Inter Miami can get to halftime at 1-0, that's a good score for them. They can then just try and stay for the game as long as possible and wait for a chance. Yeah, I mean, that's what they are looking for, I think. I think they're looking for a 1-0 halftime, possible outbreak of a goal through a, you know, a very quick chance. So that's what I think they are going for here. Ustari. Long ball. And little good play there, actually. I don't know who did that one, but that was actually a nice play. Can't tell still who it was. But yeah, nice little flick-ups from that Miami player. Marquinhos, long ball. Oh my goodness. Again, these long balls. Trying to find Doué there. Just misses him on that run. And there's a little bit of a play here. Just stopped because it looks like there's an injury. Yeah, it's just that battle between Kvaratskhelia and Weigand. Just diving there for that one. Okay, Miami get the free kick. Okay, let's see. Little back kick. Okay. And there's a little bit of lag. Here's a chance. Miami have just lost in front of the box. Fabian Ruiz passed through. There's a goal. 2-0. Nice and easy. And what a link up between João Neves and Fabian Ruiz. João Neves hat-trick? Quite possible. Didn't expect it, but he might get one. 2 goals by João Neves. Brilliant. That was, yeah, it was a tap-in, but it was brilliant skill up there. Nice and easy. It doesn't even matter if it was a tap-in because that gameplay was so good. I mean, the loss from that Miami defender was atrocious. What was that? Just kick it away. Onside, Fabian Ruiz, nice little pass through. Just it's just such good, you know, gameplay. Tap in from João Neves, 2-0. Possible hat-trick. We'll see. Vitinha gets an assist there. Fabian Ruiz gets an assist there. Whole midfield's contributing in this game. Now what we need is Nuno Mendes goal or assist. Beautiful goal, but awful from Miami to lose the ball there. Yeah, just, who was that even? I think it was the new guy, Avilés. Guy who got subbed on before. I was literally praising you, Avilés, saying you're not that bad, and then you go and do that. Inter Miami looks so sloppy and desperate. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's definitely the case. And now we're not going to really see, you know, a defensive Miami. We're going to actually start seeing more of an attacking one, because I know they would have been fine with 1-0 at halftime, because they can get one back, you know, from a quick chance. But at 2-0, now you have to get 2 goals back from a quick chance, and that is a low chance of happening. It's game over, yeah, for sure. I didn't see if they could get to 1-0 halftime. I saw maybe they had a chance, but yeah, 2-0 is game over, 100%. Even if they manage to score 2, PSG ain't losing this game. Too many unks at Miami, into Miami, exactly. You know, we got U40 Barca right here on the field. It's just, you know, so many players for PSG just have that young fire spirit, you know. Just easy gameplay to maneuver around this Miami team. Whereas Miami, too many players that are too slow. Some of them can't run. You know, we got Suarez here. He doesn't even run, like, properly. No offense to Suarez, one of the best strikers of the generation. But, of course, he's just, you know, I guess he's more of a hindrance. I know they want him to play together. But, you know, if you actually want to develop a football team, he's more of a hindrance to the team, if anything. In terms of, you know, he should really be maybe training the players. I think it'd be good if he was a trainer at Inter Miami, you know. Then he still comes off the bench, training, but not starting, playing full 90 minutes. That is insane. I mean, he scored that beautiful goal against Palmeiras, but, like, that is insane, you know, with a knee injury, playing that long. I would start buying some young players if I was, you know, the Mascherano. I would be buying some young talent from, you know, Spain, La Liga 2, you know, some talents that can actually give a spice to this Miami team. Because currently, you know, they're really relying heavily on Messi and Busquets, to be honest. And then Suarez for the finishing, and Alba on the left side. Stari's great, though, I gotta say. I know he's old, too. He's a bit of an unk, but still. Watching Suarez running is so sad. I know it's actually sad to watch. That's what I'm saying. Coming off the bench, like, at least Suarez, you're not going to strain your leg a little bit more. But watching, you know, look at you trying to mark Marquinhos, bro. You're not even, like, jogging up to him with heart. Marquinhos is walking faster than you're running. Like, that is just sad to watch. And there's going to be no yellow card for Wagon. I'm surprised by that. Literal denial of a play on the side there. Problem is Beckham is trying to build the brand of Miami. Yeah, that's the problem. And let's see this foul on Nuno Mendes there. Just absolute no ball from Wagon. Just goes to the player only. Yeah, it's really, I think Beckham's more of a hindrance to Inter Miami than the public is trying to show. Like, I know he's the owner and whatever, he's a footballing icon, but I feel like he's more of a hindrance because he's worrying too much about the brand more than the team. Like, imagine if you got some young talent that's unknown. Like, get some actual good young talent that's unknown. Develop them. Develop them. You've got, you know, one of the best players of all time, and you got one of the best strikers of all time. You got one of the best DMs of all time, and you got one of the best left backs from Barcelona ever. So, you know, develop this team. Develop the young talent when you buy them from La Liga, especially La Liga, because you got, you know, most of these guys can speak Spanish. So just develop them when they join in. Say, here you go, your coaches are Messi, Suarez, Busquets, you know, Mascherano, head coach. Marquinhos pocketing Suarez while walking. I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, just have them as a coach. Like, they're still contributing to the team. They can still play. Like, I know Messi will probably start every game, but still, of course, they'll be coaching now too. Oops, felt like my mic was going to fall on my body there. But yeah, it's like with the Uruguay team that Messi and Suarez just set up before as well. It's like, you know, definitely those players in that team are going to be developed really well. I feel like that's something they should have done with this Miami team, you know, while having these two players on their team. There's a close one. It's a goal. It's 3-0. It's over. No celebration. It looks like an own goal. I think it's an own goal off Hollande. Just Yeah, it's done. It's done. Do a cross, and then, yeah. Oh, it's actually a little bit of a deflection, I think, from Fabian Ruiz. I think it's not an own goal. Is that the player that lost the ball for the second goal? I think so, yeah. It's Avilés. I thought it was Alond, maybe. Yeah, it's Avilés. Yeah, he lost the ball for the second goal, and he did that. Own goal, yeah. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful from Inter Miami. Sorry, Miami fans. It is disgraceful from your team, though. Your defense. The defense is atrocious. And now with Inter Miami kicking off again, I mean, the game's far over now. There's no chance of them ever getting back. Okay. Yeah, I won't go too much into that stuff. Yeah. I'll show some respect. You know, they're losing 3-0. 3 minutes additional. I mean, fair enough. This is going to go overhand. I think maybe this could be a 7-0. Let's be honest. And just based on this first half, that defense is looking so bad. It literally looks like that you could place sticks in the defense and they'd defend better. Except for Jordi Alba, he's actually been doing a decent job. Gotta love the banter. Yeah, exactly. You know, football all about the banter. And Kvaratskhelia now on this left side. Come on, Kvara, score. We want you to. Hit the Sue when you score. I know you like Ronaldo. Hit the Sue. Redondo now at the ball and just gives it to PSG. Okay, thank you, Redondo from Inter Miami. You're calling it game over? Yeah, I'm calling it game over. I think everyone's calling this game over now. 3 goals by them not only would be insane, but actually going on to win it afterwards. They don't have a proper football culture. The sports culture in the US is more emphasis on the individual as opposed to the team. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see it with basketball, you see it with NFL, you see it with, you know, I'm assuming baseball too, but for sure, football, you know, this team could be great if they just, you know, actually invested into youth talent and not just pulled an absolute randos from the street and saying, hey, do you want to play for Inter Miami? Yeah, and then like just, and especially since they're targeting such old internationals as well. Target young internationals. Bring some young guys in from, you know, I'm sure a La Liga 2 or 3 player would love to play with Messi. I'm sure they would. It's like with Al Nassr and Cristiano. I'm sure, you know, a La Liga 2 player would love to come into the league and play against Cristiano or play for Al Nassr. It's really the same thing. But you don't got that. You don't got that in this team. It's more focused about, you know, the Barca U40 players. This is just PSG now. Nuno Mendes. Come on, Nuno Mendes. I want to score as well. Can we get everyone scoring? I would love to see the whole team score. Let's see the rating of Avilés. Own goal, yellow card, caused another goal, 5.1. I mean, that's generous, actually. Cross has to be. And, yeah, there we go. 4-0. Hakimi. It's disgusting. It's actually disgusting to watch. This is actually gross. 4-0. The ball's not even gone to... I don't even think Messi's touched the ball once. It's like touched twice. He's touched the ball 2 times. Onside. Oh my goodness. It's just disgusting. The initial one hits the crossbar and goes out, and then it comes back. It's going to be a bloodbath for sure. Yeah, I can actually see 7-8-0. Inter Miami's hope is to not get worse than Auckland. I don't know if Infantino's here. I think he is. I don't think he's going to be too happy. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think he's going to be too happy, you know, for Inter Miami. But yeah, reason Inter Miami got the players they did is partially to grow MLS. Yeah, MLS for sure. I know why they got that, but you know, of course they should be bringing in some youth talent. I mean, imagine wanting to play with these guys. I would love to play with these guys. I would love to. I'd love to be trained by them. I'd love to be playing with them. So I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. And bring in, you know, these guys as sort of the subs. I don't think they really should start, some of them. And then you have them behind the scenes training all the time with their team. And then bringing on some fresh talent. And then, you know, starting Messi since he is probably the main figure of this league now. Of course, that makes more sense to me, at least. Anyway, it's halftime here, guys. I'm going to eat my meal now because I've been waiting. Absolute bloodbath. I'll just tell you the possession stats, and then we'll read the rest when we get back. Miami, 27% possession. PSG, 73% possession. Miami, 0 shots, 0 on target, 0 big chances, 8 fouls, 0 corners. PSG, 10 shots, 10, 6 on target, 6 big chances, 3 big chances missed. It could have been, 7-0 if they didn't miss 3 big chances. 340 passes, 94% accuracy, 107 accurate passes for Miami, 81% accuracy. Actually, surprised they got 107 passes off in that first half. But yeah, it's a bloodbath, and I'll see you guys in the next half where, it could easily go 7-8-0. Youth system US is not well developed at all. Yeah, I mean, I can tell. And, it's sort of a similar situation here at the moment. Like, the youth system's developing, but it's not at the level, where you're seeing, like US talent everywhere in every other league, or even Saudi talent in any leagues, really. They're just mainly here. And same with MLS, and mainly in the MLS. And it's just because the youth systems still need developing for both those leagues. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next half. But 3 goals in the last several minutes after 1-0. I mean, at least we're getting goals. Let's be fair. Goals are great. And see you guys in a bit. Smash like and subscribe if you haven't already too. Also, that's not a severe weather delay either. Sorry. That's not a severe one. There we go. Hey guys, we are back. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Let's go on to the thing. Sorry, the clock was still running. I guess, you know, you can check when the halftime ends, you know. Okay, because you admire PSG and they're the most entertaining team to watch. Yep, you know, very entertaining game so far. We'll see some more. There's actually 2 substitutions occurring already for PSG. It's Warren Omri coming on and Beraldo coming on. And it looks like, let's see, who is coming off. Marquinhos and Fabian Ruiz are both coming off for this game. So, yeah, PSG are doing good. We can see some more. We'll see some more goals, hopefully, you know. Maybe Inter Miami can get one, you know. That would be definitely a boost to them, at least getting one. That would be great. But here we go. Miami take the kickoff there. Just quickly start the timer. 3 seconds. Okay, there we go. We're exactly on time. So, W's. Have I watched Squid Game 3? No, not yet. And I'm still to watch Jujutsu Kaisen tonight because I said I would do it tonight, as I promised you, Dorito Chip. Can't wait. I've actually managed to find out where I can watch it, which is good as well. And looking forward to a potential PSG versus Bayern game next round. That would be really cool. Yeah, PSG versus Bayern is going to be a fun one to watch, 100%. But yeah, maybe, you know, Bayern have to try for this Flamengo game, 100%, because Flamengo will be a bit of a challenge. But yeah, definitely we'll have to wait and see. Here's just PSG controlling some possession at the back. Nuno Mendes now over forward. And that is going to be Doué just losing the ball. Now, Inter Miami has some possession here. Having a little bit more press. I have to say, they actually do look, you know, very pressing in this half compared to, you know, the first one. Have I watched Squid Game 1 and 2 even? I've watched Squid Game 1. That's the only one I've watched, not Squid Game 2. So, yeah. And welcome everyone who I haven't said welcome to. Welcome all of you guys to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. But yeah. This is going to be now at the back here, Inter Miami with still some possession. And it's going to be now with the ball, Avilés, who did make most of the mistakes for Miami. Again, he did have to be forced on due to the injury of Alon. But yeah, he did make most of the mistakes for them. So maybe we'll see him come off in the second half. I don't know if there's any replacements for him, though. Gianluigi Donnarumma just collecting the ball. Now it's going to be Nuno Mendes. Quick pass from Pacho. Kvaratskhelia. I do think Kimpembe might come on in the second half. I don't know if he's on the bench. Let's take a look. Is Kimpembe on the bench? No, he is not. Kamara might come on. Lucas Fernandez, also possible. You know, Mayulu, Goncalo Ramos. I don't want him to come on, but yeah, sure. Mbaye, Kang and Lee, and Dembele is on the bench. We could see Dembele return this game. That would be cool. You know, seeing Dembele return, that would be a nice one to watch. Smash life for Dembele. But yeah, he is probably going to return near maybe like the 70th minute, 80th minute. You know, when the game's basically done and dusted. In terms of, you know, time remaining. It's going to be Kvaratskhelia at left side. Just tries to skill pass too. That was a little good steal back from Alon, but then it's one back by Kvaratskhelia. Now it's going to be Beraldo. And Beraldo now passing over to João Neves. João Neves' hat-trick is on the line here, so he can get one. Get player of the match through there. Nuno Mendes, oh, that was a good pass, but just not reaching Warren Omri. And now it's going to be a little pass there from Alon to Suarez. The reason I need PSG to beat Miami is to make a clean break from the previous generation of players that still have this hold on this generation. Well, you know, okay, fair enough. But this is now going to be Suarez now over to this right side here. And cross coming in from Inter Miami, and it's cleared away. That was a good cross by Weigont. Jordi Alba does retain. Cross coming into Messi. Little chip over. And here's a very good chance. Donnarumma just catches that. That could have been a goal for Miami there. And suddenly they're actually getting a little bit of momentum. Suarez should have finished that one. They had zero momentum in the first half. But this second half, they're actually starting to get in. And that was a great pass from Messi, I gotta say. It was actually a very good one. Very clean, you know, just finds that run brilliantly. And that's what he does good, you know. Kvaratskhelia, João Neves, Vitinha. Vitinha doubled with João Neves. Now back with Vitinha. And he passes over to the right side there. Hakimi. Back to Vitinha. there is a 0.01% chance for Miami to win. So if they get that 0.01 chance, you're going to be so mad. Yeah, I mean, you know, the chance is low, but you Miami fans can have some hope here. At least a goal would be, you know, good for your team against, you know, the Champions League winners for sure. Messi trying to dribble through 3, completely stolen there. And that is a very poor pass. Who did that one? That was not a great pass. Just a waste of possession. Apparently, Darwin Núñez to Napoli deals close. Oh, it is? I'll have to go check on Fabrizio. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Let's check for Fabrizio's page. Because I heard he was talking about it. Oh, there's a deal for Arsenal. Arsenal have fully agreed personal terms with Christian Mosquera. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. There is also a Chelsea thing coming on right now. João Pedro to Chelsea, possible. Also, Nick Woltemade, the German talent coming up for the German national team. He's being interested by Bayern. Let's see if there's any on the Here We Go page. Guy Orquez is still going to be trying to leave Sporting. He said he wants to. Sporting doesn't want him to go. But that is going to be a chance there for him to leave. Yeah, just the same updates as Darwin Núñez before. There was no new updates in Fabrizio's page, but I'll, you know, research more on the other sources, of course. If you're a better source than Fabrizio, yeah, you're the top source, Pep, you know. You got that ball knowledge higher than Fabrizio's. That is a waste of a shot there from Messi. Just absolutely chips over there, and that's going to be a... Oh, is it a corner? Okay, maybe it's not. Okay, he has won a corner here for Miami, it looks like. So there'll be some good chance for Miami maybe to get ahead of goal. That is going to be their best option here, set pieces for sure. And Pacho and Suarez just talking here. Max Verstappen. Yeah, we didn't actually see Max in the F1 race. Unfortunately, he did crash 10 seconds into the race, which is sad. Okay, this is going to be a short corner played here. Messi now on the outside. Does a little cut through. That's a pass by Busquets, which was good. And what in the world was Segovia doing? Why is bro taking his time for that one? That did not make sense. Unless it was offside. It must have been offside. But that pass before from Messi, just trying to find Suarez. He should have done a one-touch finish. The control was just poor. And that little play before there, just nice clean up from PSG against Messi when he was trying to skill. Okay, it's going to be now Nuno Mendes. Back to Pacho. PSG need to get a little bit of control in the second half, at least to not score. Get conceded by, because they have, you know, Miami start off with a lot of pressure. Beraldo to Hakimi. Now Jan Neves. Beraldo. Pacho. Nuno Mendes. I feel like the starting team for PSG is a little bit better synergy than, you know, this substitute team. You know, some of the subs that have come on here have sort of crackled the synergy a little bit. Specifically Beraldo and Zaire Emery. I feel like Fabian Ruiz in the midfield is just crisp. Crisp. And perfect. Same with Marquinhos, you know, as the captain on the right centre-back side. That is definitely great for him. It is a very good chance. Miami nice guarding there with Falcon. Nice defense. Zaire Emery did try and run on that one. Falcon does a good job to sort of cut the play off there. Nice shield. And then the ball, yeah, goes out. Ustari. Jordi Alba. Alba passes out to the left side there where he finds Segovia. A little one-touch from Busquets to the midfield. So 1-2s from Miami. Just, I think, a little bit too much passing, if I got to say. That is a lot of passing for absolutely no reason there. Especially, you know, your team's this far behind. Just kick the ball down the field and try and run to it. This is Hakimi. Foul. Play on, says the referee. And now it's going to be Miami. Little one pass there from Messi to, I think that's Hollande. And over to Alba. That was a very bad pass. Not great. I don't know who did that one, but that was a very bad pass. PSG now with the ball. And then one back by Miami and then given away immediately. A little bit of a tussle there with the players. Nuno Mendes. He should just calm this one down nice and easy. Divs are lofted to find Kvaratskhelia, just cleaned up by Inter Miami. And ball recovery time, as on screen, 18 seconds for PSG, 45 seconds for Miami. Just shows, you know, the type of play that PSG are doing. Very controlling play. At least not at the moment, but they were. Doué wins it off Alba. Nice shielding. Wins a throw-in. Hi, Terabyte. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. You got 2 bets for PSG winning and total score under will be less than 8.5 goals. Okay. Well, I'm sure that one of them is going to be successful, Patrick. But, of course, the other one, less than 8.5 goals. As it stands, that's possible. But, yeah, it is looking like, though, PSG can really punish here when they're given enough time and space on the ball. This is going to be now a pass back from Hakimi. Yeah, Neves. Those Chelsea boots won. Yeah, Chelsea did manage to win, you know. Fair play, though. I got to say, the coach was right after the match when he did the commentation, like the talk with the referee, or what am I saying, referee? Interviewer. Talk with the interviewer at the end where he said that the break was so unnecessary, because it really was. It was very unnecessary having, you know, there was like 6 minutes left of the game. Just play it up. We don't need a break that long for, you know, we're on the 85th minute. Let's be real here. We didn't need a 2-hour break to finish 7 minutes of football, 8 minutes of football. I mean, the extra time added in the end, fair enough. Benfica did score the penalty, but let's be honest, if it was a 1-0 up till 90, I think times would have been a little bit different, you know. That's what I'm saying, fair enough. Is there another game after this one? Yes, it's going to be Bayern Munich versus Flamengo. You can probably have, you know, confidence in Bayern getting the win there. But yeah, of course, Flamengo, very, you know, fluctuant side, I got to say. So, of course, I will be supporting my boy Elise. Bayern, in general, very strong team, but Flamengo just, they're sort of like a wild card in this tournament, to be honest, a little bit. Same with Palmeiras, a little bit of a wild card as well. Nice wearing the Honeybee Club shirt. Yeah, I like this away kit. It's actually a nice one. You know, I like the little lines, how they show on the screen as well. It's very nice. I got it, I think it's last year's away kit, I think. Or it's the third kit. Might be wrong. Kvaratskhelia. Doué. Sorry, Zero Omri. Doué now. Doué takes the shot, long range, and caught by Starry. MLS teams are not used to dealing with European-style possession drills and play styles. Yeah, for sure. Again, as I bring back into the, you know, the first half of this, definitely they should be really trying to get some younger talent here. Miami, especially squad depth, is a bit of a problem here. Same with, you know, a lot of these teams that I've seen that are, you know, versing these style of European teams. There's a chance from Barcola. What's my opinion on Moonbeam Iceker? I don't know. What's my opinion about a Milan X Pleasures kit? I've not seen that. Milan X Pleasures. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh, it actually looks nice. Okay. I like AC Milan's kits, by the way. They all look so good. Doué taking the corner. Yes, it's 4-0, Henry the Hero. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Hope you're doing well. It is 4-0. We knew it was going to be like this. It's just, you know, the way it is. Miami actually should technically try to lose their game to get Botafogo. I feel like they would have had a bit of a better chance. But yeah, PSG are going to dominate. Oh, sorry, if they won the game. They were close to getting Botafogo, yeah. Botafogo deserved to have advanced just for beating PSG. I mean, yeah, fair enough. You know, a bit unfortunate. I feel like Botafogo in that Palmeiras game really were a bit disappointing. I did not enjoy watching them at all. Same with Palmeiras up until, you know, the extra time. Both teams are very unenjoyable to watch. Sorry to any of you guys who support those teams, but really, you know, watching all these Club World Cup games so far, that was probably one of my least favorite games until the extra time, at least. The extra time really did save it. Extra time was actually a fun watch, you know. Have I seen the song Mystical Magical? No. But back on this AC Milan kits, I love these AC Milan kits. I love this one. It's AC Milan X Off-White Replica. That looks really good. But the AC Milan X Pleasures kit also looks really clean. What team do I support? So I support Real Madrid in the competition, but I'm watching every single team in this Club World Cup. Also support Al Nassr, because, you know, I've been living in Saudi for 8.5 years. So, yeah, but, you know, neutral commentation for every game except for the Real Madrid games, of course. We have a little bit more lenience towards them, but regardless, neutral. We are neutral for all of these. And here we go. Inter Miami have a chance here. Messi on the left side. He should really pass. Oh, he should have passed over to the right. Okay, it doesn't matter. Suarez he found. Suarez gives a good pass to Messi. He should pass again. He's not passing to Segovia. I know Segovia's probably going to fumble it, but, you know, I mean, there was a very clear chance on that side. Maybe he didn't see it. You know, Suarez did a good pass back. I think he should have one-touched it over to left corner. Just my feeling, you know. It's harder, of course, when you're playing. It's harder to actually, you know, visualize things because you're looking at a top-down view when you're watching. But when you're playing, it, of course, is a first-person perspective. It's Man United, but calls Real Madrid tight. No, I don't support Man U. I don't support any Prem team. I just watch the Prem for fun. But, yeah, I support Real Madrid and Al Nassr, the only two. Terabyte. Promise you. I swear on my life, that is the teams I support. Messi. And cleared away. That is going to be touched by Barcola. Oh, that was a good skill by Barcola. Just one back by Miami. It's going to be a free kick, though. That was a foul. Let's turn that off. After stream, you're going to watch Corey X Kenshin video. Okay. Right now, who would win the final between PSG or City? I think City stand a chance to win the final. I got to say, City's team have been the most ruthless and most dominant, you know, in this tournament, for sure. You support Man United, Henry the Hero? Yeah, you know, Man U, definitely, I'm excited to watch their team this season, though, because I'm going to be watching a lot of Prem teams this season. No gaming streams today, unfortunately. Dorito Chip, we're going straight on to the next match after this one, because we did the F1 today, it was a little bit longer. But yeah, I think City is going to be, you know, probably the more dominant side in this tournament, but yeah, for Man United in the next season, very excited to see Cunha, Gairquez possibly going there, Mbuemo. It's going to be a good one. And good evening, Judgment. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I just enjoy Premier League football. I just watch it just for the sheer fun of it. I love watching Forest near the end as well. Is where Fortune Teller really assumed PSG and City to reach the final. No, that was like, because Patrick said, right now, who would win in the final between PSG or Man City? No, I wasn't assuming them into the final, of course. If I was to assume, I'd say Real Madrid, but yeah. No dog walk for 3 days. Yeah, dog walk today. Kieran, I didn't do one yesterday because that match was delayed for 4 hours, as you know. Or, sorry, 2 hours. It was a 4-hour-long stream. And I ended at 3 a.m. But yeah, dog walk is today, as long as we don't have a delay in the Bayern Flamengo. If there's no delays there, then there 100% will be. And here we go. Very good chance to Messi in the box and caught by Donnarumma. Not you. I meant the other guy. Okay, I see. They just finished playing the Witcher Enhanced Edition. What an awesome game. Wow, that sounds very awesome. Witcher Enhanced Edition. I would love to play it. I've never played it. Some games I need to play, but I haven't. GTA, haven't played it. Witcher, I haven't played. There's a couple others too. Elden Ring, I haven't played. I've heard a lot about that game. Baldur's Gate, I've heard a lot about. I haven't played that. Didn't really seem interesting to me, personally, but maybe I'll try it out. And I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Judgment. Smash like for goals. And this is going to be now Inter Miami taking a throw on Jordi Alba. Really taking his time here. Don't know why he's allowed this long for a throw-in, let's be honest. Why is this taking so long? They're actually showing a replay while he's waiting for the throw-in to go. Yeah, easy catch by Donnarumma. There might be a stoppage here, maybe. That's why. No! The throw-in actually took that long. What? Okay, weird. Me and my family are talking about... Oh, wait. I will read them in order. C and PSG are two favourites here in Vegas to reach the finals. That's why I posed the question. Now, if Dembele came back for the final, you still think City? I still think City. Honestly, their team just looks so good. For me, of course, my favourite player on PSG has to be probably Nuno Mendes. I know Dembele, again, I've already said this before so many times. So many of you guys hear this, but I do think Nuno Mendes, Ballon d'Or winner for me. Dembele in top 3 for sure. But yeah, I do think City, just their team is so young, strong. We'll have to see. We've never seen these two sides face, though. This City and this PSG have not fought each other, so that'll be an interesting one. Absolute waste of possession from Hollande. What an absolute waste. Me and my family are talking about eating in Europe and the cruise. They have no idea what my metabolism is capable of. Yeah, Dorito Chip, W metabolism. And PSG love destroying teams. Yeah, PSG love destroying teams for sure. Yeah, definitely. The reason, I've been saying so much about City is just because, they've just been the most dominant side in this competition so far. I mean, they beat Juventus strong. They beat Wydad Casablanca. Fair enough. Casablanca and Alline, not the best of opponents. But yeah, PSG as well had strong opponents. They had Atleti 4-0. They had Seattle as well. And yeah, I do think that... it's really up for air, to be honest, because some of these sides we haven't seen face each other. To PSG, it's just a game. Barcola. And now passing it over to Hakimi. Now it's going to be with the ball. Lobbed pass from Nuno Mendes. Just trying to find some play. Oh, that was a nice save by Ustari. That was a good one. Denying the fifth. You're thinking of joining rock climbing and eventually proceed to summit mountains? Yeah. Sounds like fun, Terabyte, Always get into some sort of sporting activity. I do recommend it because it's really fun. It really is, nice hobbies to have sporting activities because especially rock climbing is so good. Love watching these. Thank you, Murdoch. Yeah, really appreciate that, support from you, bro. But yeah, I love doing the watch-alongs with you guys. And here we go. Nice through ball. Oh, that was a very close one. Ustari just goes and grabs it. Almost found Barcola there, that through ball. Your hobby is eating. Yes, same, probably. Not my main hobby. My main hobby is football. Already 4-0, yep. Yeah, you missed out on a lot of the bangers there, Judgment. But yeah, 4-0. It was disgusting in the first half. Just how the defense was for Miami. It was just borderline, academy quality defense. No goals yet, though. I'm surprised it hasn't been a goal already in this next half. Messi now passing out to the right side here. Weigant, cross in. Cleaned up easy. Hakimi passes to Beraldo. Nice through ball to... who is that, by the way? My main hobby is probably doing stupid things with your cousin and friends. Okay, that's a good main hobby, as well, technically. Offside as well for PSG. Yeah, Dembele's on. I was wondering who that was in the midfield. Dembele is playing? I must have been talking while he came on, because he came on, just a bit ago. He came on, 4 minutes ago. That whole time, I did not realize. Dembele back on here. So, maybe we see a goal by him. I have no idea. I think he just came back from injury. But, yeah. United States football can't compete. I mean, they definitely need... As I said, first half, I'll say that again for anyone new. They need to invest in youth talent from La Liga 2, Bundesliga 2. Bring them in. Have Messi, Suarez, Alba, these guys and Busquets, train them. Train them into, being good players because I'm sure they'll do a good job as training. But yeah, for sure, definitely they need some more youth players of quality because their current team is just, really heavily relying on these Barcelona players. Maybe they want Dembele to get him back up ready for the next game. Yeah, for sure. Next game is Bayern. They need him back for that one. There's a shot. Barcola deflection. It looks like it's going to be a corner. Why not invest on themselves? I just think that... Wait, you mean by that, US talent? Because I feel like they should do that as well. For sure. It's just that I don't see, I don't see any currently. I don't see any, really rising US talent except for Kevin Sullivan. He looks good. The rest of them. Because, yeah, definitely, I do think they should, but I'm just not seeing any. I don't think maybe Beckham's implementing a strategy, maybe if they're just training with them and they're just using coaches. I would have had, these guys train them. Roaming the halls on the last day of school with my friends when we weren't supposed to isn't really considered stupid, right? I mean, that's not really stupid. If it's the last day of school and you're just looking around, Miami's trying to use counter-attacking football, but they're not a counter-attacking team for sure as well. I feel like the players they're bringing in too, they need to develop players for their system, and they don't have a system right now. That's what it seems like to me. They need to build a system from the base. There was a quick corner taken. Here we go. Shot missed. Not a great shot there at all. Yeah, fair enough 4, but we are waiting for some more here. That was a good shot by Douay. I'm disappointed as well. Douay came off in the France games. I think 2 times he came off early. Should have stayed on the whole game. Tried breaking our other friend out of class, but they were watching a movie. You gotta go? Well, thank you, Henry, for joining in. Really appreciate you coming in. And, yeah, see you hopefully in another stream, bro. W's. And Donnarumma just going to collect that wasted long ball there. What did I eat today? Spaghetti bolognese for dinner. But otherwise, that's the only thing I've eaten. Because I woke up at, I think, 3 p.m. Because I was really tired from last night's incident. Also, you know, even after the stream ends, I don't go to sleep straight away. I actually have to, you know, do some stuff afterwards. So, yeah, I was a bit tired. Yeah, probably eat a snack later. Yeah, 3 p.m. Actually, no, it wasn't 3 p.m. Sorry, it was 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Because I prepared the F1 stream at 3 p.m. Yeah, 2 p.m. Or is it Vampire? Yeah, I don't come out the day at all since the Club World Cup started. We should also be starting to do football training streams when I'm on holiday, because when I'm going on holiday, there will be a football facility available. I do know it. I'm not actually living in Australia, Ultra Corner. I've been living in Saudi for 8.5 years. I lived in Australia about 11 or 12 years ago. So, yeah, I haven't lived there in a long time. But, yeah, in Saudi, you can say it's hot. It is also hot in Australia. Of course, it's a desert as well. But, yeah. Currently, I'll tell you the temperature. Current temperature, 38 Celsius. Highest today, 48 degrees Celsius. All the best US players were developed in Europe and play for European clubs. Yeah, McCanny, you know. Pulisic. That's it. That I know. I mean, there's more. You guys know more, for sure. Yeah, it's hot everywhere. There's been heat waves everywhere. You know, in Austria during the F1, it was actually really hot. I checked the temp. It was, like, really hot for them. That's why they were saying, like, they were so hot. Yeah, 48 degrees Celsius, actually. Low of 32 Celsius today, but high of 48 Celsius midday. Tomorrow, it's low of 33, high of 48 again. And then Tuesday, 46, 33. Yeah, there's no temperature below 32 on this schedule here. Where's my stream snack? I have it for the later stream, not this one. We're not even July. Yeah, July's the hotter month. It gets up to 50, guys. I'm not even living in the hottest part of Saudi, because I used to live in the hottest part, but now I'm not. The hottest part, it got up to like 55 Celsius. Like, that was the hottest that I ever experienced. But yeah, right now I'm living near the coast, so it's actually cooler. 32 Celsius. That's actually pretty hot, you know. 32. Anything above 30 is hot. There's a chance for Douay in the box. I can get out from the house. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean, Ultra Corner? And here's a chance for Inter Miami just clearing that. Okay, I was going to say the PSG had a really good chance there to, you know, score another, but no. Cleaned up nicely. There is a stop here. Might be a foul on Pacho by Luis Suarez. Bro, I just realized how cold 50 Fahrenheit is, because in Fahrenheit 37 is freezing and normal winter temperature is 40 to 50. Yeah, that is cold. Yeah, I haven't used Fahrenheit before, so, you know, I'm not too educated on it. But, yeah, 37 is cold. Then, you know, 50 is cold as well. Suarez gets a yellow card. He's going to miss next match. Not that that matters, of course. And Kvaratskhelia now to Vitinha. I mean, because this much hot, you can go out there. Yeah, I can go outside for sure. The temperature is, it's dry heat. It's not humid heat. When I was in Jeddah for 2 days, I actually felt it was hotter than here. Jeddah had like 27, 28, 30 Celsius. I mean, it got up higher to like the high 30s at the, you know, during the day there. But it was like lower temperature, but there was so much humidity. Whereas this is dry heat. It doesn't really, you know, affect me. I play football in the evening. I haven't played in a while because of the Club World Cup, but when I'm out of the Club World Cup, I play in the evening. That's when SPL plays as well, so, you know, Ronaldo's not playing middle of the day in 48 Celsius. He's playing at like 9 p.m. when it's, you know, still 38 Celsius, but still cooler than, you know, middle of the day. 37 Fahrenheit is about 0 Celsius. Okay, I see. Thank you, Dorito Chip. But yeah, usually go outside. Of course, sun is important. In the winter, it does get lower, though. In the winter, it can drop down to like 2 Celsius. It can drop really low. There was one day here, I think it was a few years ago, that it went actually to 0 Celsius, but it didn't snow. It snows in some parts of Saudi, but not where I am, unfortunately, by the coast. Celsius is just better because 0 is actually 0. Yeah, that's why I use Celsius. Kremanchi is coming off, and it looks like Segovia is coming on. Segovia is coming off. Kremanchi is coming on. Let's use some proper, actual literate grammar. And of course, guys, if you are joining, if you are enjoying, smash like, and if you're just joining, sub will be appreciated. Of course, if you aren't already. Also, vote up, guys. The play.fifa.com/Potom. Vote them up. Player of the match. Should really be Jan Neves, to be honest. 2 goals. I mean, one was a tap-in. Maybe you could also say Vitinha also. Nuno Mendes got subbed off. I don't know. There's a lot of choices here. Kvaratskhelia has been electric. You could vote him too. It's probably going to go to Jan Neves just because he scored 2 goals. Let's be honest. That's what's going to be happening here. Broken snow up to like March here. Wow. Yeah, that is crazy. And here we go. Chance for Usman. And it's offside. I'm very surprised there's not been another goal here. I'm actually extremely surprised. We have 45 here in Morocco. I barely can go for bring groceries and return quickly because it's hot. Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're out for too long. Yeah, I can understand that. You know, Morocco, same as here. Really, I'm guessing maybe you guys have more humidity because it wouldn't be dry heat since you're on the northwest African side of the continent. So you'd be on, you know, more humid temperature like Spain, kind of. But yeah, yeah, I can understand that totally. Sometimes I just want to stay in the car and not like leave when we're going to like grocery shopping. It's always cold inside though. The AC is always on like 10 Celsius, so you actually need to wear a jumper inside stores usually. Into Miami. Cross, cleared. Yeah, Sahara Desert, yeah, for sure. Also, you're living in the more you're living in the more southern part of Morocco. So what you were talking about, you know, the northwest, like the area of northwest. So southern Morocco, yeah, would be dry as well. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, using my geography A-level knowledge, of course. Feel PSG going easy now. Yeah, for sure, PSG aren't going too rough. Suarez, out. Goal kick. Is it, or is it corner? Oh, it's a corner, okay. Antarctica is a desert, it's the only cold one. Yes. Yes, I know that. Actually looks offside. It does look offside. I'm surprised they didn't... Did they touch that? I think that was offside. Northwest of Africa, yeah. I know. Again, geography A-level brain right now. You've tinkered the brain there. Now, this is Messi with the ball. I swear that was offside, though. That shouldn't have been a corner. I really swear that was offside. I don't only use it for black holes. They use it for all scientific fields. Yeah. Kelvin is usually used for, like, stars. Oh, that, you're talking about that comment. Yeah. Kelvin used for everything related to science. When you get up to, like, you know, IGCSE science, if you guys are doing that's, like, year 10, 11, you should know about that then. And just looking at the crowd here, the Inter Miami crowd very muted because there's, you know, barely any chances going for them. Dembele loves dropping deep. I've got to say, he loves it. He's really deep now. He's like in a DM position almost. Dembele. Crossover to Kvaratskhelia. I'm surprised Varda's not scored. I think PSG are just trying to avoid injuries and are trying to keep their legs fresh and ready for the next round for sure. Yeah, especially against Bayern, you know, most likely Bayern, not presuming things there. Yeah, most likely Bayern they'll be versing, so they need, you know, fresh set of legs. That was very bad pass from Vitinha. I saw the vision, but just not great execution there. Just use it for an example because I want to be an astronomer. Oh, that's W's Dorado chip, you know, being an astronomer. I know you were talking about that before. Here we go, into Miami with the ball in the box for PSG. Much better this time. Did Hakimi score? Yes, he hit the crossbar and then he scored. So yeah, Hakimi scored. There's a header by Messi, and it's just saved by Donnarumma. Can't keep the clean sheet, Donny. You deserve it. And this is going to be Kvaratskhelia on the left side. 10 minutes left. Probably not meant much additional time, I don't think. Let's just see that header by Messi. Yeah, it was actually a good, powerful one. Just saved easily by Donnarumma, just padded away. That was like one of the only threats on goal, really, I think. That was actually the only threat on goal, I think. Is that the first shot? Nah, that was the second shot, okay. Shot on target. Can you bring back your old thing on stream where it says who scored? Oh, yes, I remember that. Yeah, maybe I should do that again. Yeah, maybe we'll start doing that. The only problem is it looks kind of ugly. And that's why I did stop it. So, you know, if you ask, I'll always say. But, yeah, maybe I'll bring it back. Unless I put it in the chat, you know, as a pinned comment, maybe. Put it in the chat so I can do like this, you know. I'll just copy-paste that. Goal scorers. Oops, I forgot that you can't do a space when you... Okay, just let's remove that chat message there. Goal scorers, there we go. It looks kind of ugly. I think that's okay. Maybe I'll have to work on it for next time. You know, put in the scorers up with a nicer sort of box, because I don't want that ugly one I was using before. Hakimi is at least from the top 5 most nominated players to gain the trophy. Yeah, I would say, you know, he's at least top 5. I wouldn't say he's going to get it. I don't think he's, you know, the one that's going to get it. I for sure, you know, the criteria alludes to Nuno Mendes getting it, because in national competition he did well. Club he did well. I don't get, if he doesn't get it, it doesn't really make sense where the criteria always shifts. I know Dembele's got, you know, Yamal and Dembele the most hype around them for it. But, you know, I mean, it shouldn't be a hype thing that deserves a Ballon d'Or. It should be based on, you know, actual criteria being met here. Was he the best left-back of this season? Yes, he was the best left-back of this season. Did he do well for club and country? Yes, he did very well for club and country. Yeah, PSG not taking match seriously at all. You should watch the games on TV every once in a while. It's easier on here so I can see all 4 of the screens. That's why I stopped watching them on the TV, Dorito Chip. You should get a whiteboard and dry erase marker and write it there. Oh, yeah, maybe if we put a whiteboard, like, right there and have it. Yeah, that might be a bit cleaner. If Mendes doesn't get it, it's because of his position. For sure. That's what doesn't make sense. He's the best in his position. Won all the trophies for club. Won all the trophies possible this season for country. Got the player of the tournament for the country. He got, you know, very good awards in the Champions League. He won the Champions League, which in itself is good. Again, all the trophies for club. And he also was very well performing in terms of, you know, stats too. So Mendes has been fire, really. It's going to be a positional thing, I can guarantee it, because as we know, Ballon d'Or never gives it to the person you expect. It's always going to be to some, you know, the least expected, probably the least, sometimes it's usually the least deserving or least expected. It really just, it depends on who's voting and, you know, what the journalists think. And usually, you know, that's why I don't think journalists should really vote for the award. It should be based on, you know, actual footballing criteria has to be met. Not just, you know, random journalists going and picking up stuff. I know footballers do vote for as well, player captains of the nations, and also, you know, the managers. But I do think as well, the journalists have a very heavy weight in it being decided. I think there should be 0 weight in the journalists deciding, because, you know, they're just going to pick the player as the most prolific hype. Hence why I think the one who's going to win is Yamal. Let's be honest. I do think that's going to be the way it is. Unless, of course, since it's a French award, maybe they want Dembele to win it, but, you know. The African Ballon d'Or, yes. Yeah, I know Mane won that. Probably Salah. I think Salah might win that one. Salah deserves something. Let's be honest. He had the best individual season in terms of not winning trophies, but being individually good by stats and everything. But again, it's really hard to determine. He was so good on stats. He just won the Prem, but he didn't win anything else really for the club. Hakimi won everything, so, it'll probably be between Hakimi and Salah. Probably would go to Hakimi just because, of course, what he's done in PSG. And Lucas Hernandez passes to Vitinha. 5 minutes left in 5 seconds. And then additional time, maybe 1 minute additional. Jujutsu Kaisen, once the main character says his type in woman, you will agree very much and know why he's the MC. Okay. I'll take that advice, Dorito Chip. Can any of you guys see Kvaratskhelia winning the Ballon d'Or in the next couple of seasons? I think I can. I think I can see him winning it. He just seems like that guy. He just seems so good, honestly. But he's so presumptuous, Hakim, for sure. I'm not being presumptuous. I said either Hakimi, Salah, just being so great. It's not presumption to assume, the best statistical player is up there. But, of course, I didn't say who should win it myself. I just said, between probably Hakimi, Salah, probably as well, if... No, I was going to say someone else. No, I don't think so. Who else? Who else actually deserves the award? Nicholas Jackson. No, I'm not joking. Not Nicholas Jackson. Loka, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. And you think PSG are going through? Yeah, I mean, it's... I think so too, Inter Miami still have a chance to score 5 goals in about 4 minutes of time, So I do think it's possible for Inter Miami still get through, 5 goals, not too much for them, It's definitely... They've seen easier. They've seen harder, sorry. Miami look desperate and depressed. Yes. Which is why this game's going to end 4-0. Yeah, there's still time, exactly. There's still some time. Looks like there's going to be a free kick outside the box here for Inter Miami. Yeah, just a foul on Suarez. Looks like Messi will take. Yeah, free kick. Could be the only goal. I mean, it's not... Is it a penalty? No, it's a free kick. Okay, free kick. Yeah, free kick. To start the comeback. Yeah, this comeback's going to begin right here. Free kick. Instant goal. Instant goal. Instant goal. I mean, from this range, really, there should be an... Messi's good from this range, from free kicks. It's basically almost a penalty for him. That's how close he is. Last season did so well on the committee. Give it to random person from Italian league. Yeah, well, it's always, the votes for individual awards never make sense to me. So that's why I try and stay out of individual award talk, because I don't really agree sometimes with them. If Miami go through, I'll sell everything you own and give it to you. Okay, Loka. Bet. If Miami manage to win this game, I will drop my PC from the second story of this building and let it smash. I'll do it on camera. Free kick deflected away. Easy. You really think PSG's letting a clean sheet go? Let's be honest. We're not letting a clean sheet go against these guys. Oh, very good chance for another goal here. Look at how many goals Chelsea scored in the last couple of minutes. I know Chelsea were fire in the last couple of minutes. Really revived that game for me, Patrick, I really enjoyed watching them in the extra time. But yeah, definitely the rest of the game was pretty average. I could say I was disappointed with those games. This one, I was happy about the first half. Second half's been meh. Surprised they haven't scored in the second half, PSG. It really seems like they're just going as easy as possible. You said 4-0 PSG, nearly correct. Yeah, for sure. I said as well 4-1. Saw maybe a fluke goal. I mean, it's still possible. My stat, I really thought maybe they would get something here. Miami just as an extra thing. But yeah. Looks like it's a 4-0. Have I tried Soccer Manager yet? Not yet, Loka. I've been very busy in terms of Club World Cup and, the streams. But I'll try and make sure to get it, probably, actually, we can even see about it now while we're waiting for this game to end. Steam. It's called Soccer Manager 2025, free. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, you can actually go and select, okay. Okay, I'll go get that. Yeah, W's, Loka, thank you for the suggestion, yeah. Mostly positive reviews, free, add to library, there we go. Added it to my Steam library. Thank you for that suggestion, so that one's downloaded there. Come on, Vitinha, take the shot. No, you pass it over. Usman, and it's going to be a corner for Paddy. Read your chat message on MC Type. I mean, yeah, I can't really say that out loud, Dorito Chip. Let's just have the chat message hidden. I read it, though, because I'll tell you that it says by Yuji Itadori. So I did read it. 2 minutes. And it's now going to be Vitinha, long ranger, and it's going to be collected up. That should not be offside. It is, and it's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, so W's suggestion for that game, first of all, Loka, because, yeah, I got that one now in my Steam library. Actually looks fun based off, what I saw on the images just then. They had the Man City, they had the gameplay. So, yeah, that'll be a fun one to try. 2 minutes time remaining. It's fun. Yes, I trust you 100%. Like, I'll be sure to try it, and, yeah, definitely give it a spin. Hopefully I can do it before the holiday. I'll try and see it before the holiday. What percentage of a chance do you think Flamingos have been Bayern? 20%. I think 20%. I actually do have a little bit of confidence in them in terms of playing ability, but, they were just so fluctuant. Against LA, they didn't do great. Against Chelsea, they did great. So it really just depends on what type of Flamengo we're going to see today. Bayern, as well, very fluctuant team in this competition. Olise has been brilliant, though. I got to say, Bayern's best performance was against Auckland. Flamengo have a better chance than Miami. Yeah, I gave Miami a 1% chance of winning this game. 1% chance. Clean sheet is going to be awarded here. 80% Bayern. Bayern are just good when they're playing their first team. Hopefully Musiala's back as well. Back and ready to play. I saw him get injured in the Boca game. I don't think he played against Benfica. Here we go. Just keep the clean sheet, boys, and you should be good. You got 3 seconds left. Come on, just call it. There we go. Full time, 4-0. Very surprised they didn't score in the second half. That was actually extremely surprising. I thought this one would be a second half goal there. Mascherano just hugging Luis Enrique. And this is going to be the stats for this game. 66% possession for PSG, 2.49 expected goals, 19 shots, 9 on target, 7 big chances, 4 big chances missed, 685 accurate passes, 93% accuracy, 9 fouls, 7 corners. For Inter Miami, 34% ball possession, 0.38 expected goals, 7 total shots, 3 on target, 1 big chance missed, 306 accurate passes, 85% accuracy, 11 fouls, 3 corners. So Miami did better in the second half, but first half, PSG absolutely overrun them right there. And let's see, you got the score right now. I'm going 3-1 Bayern for 2 out of 2. Yes, 2 out of 2 today, Kieran. Let's go. And thank you, Ultra Corner, for tuning in as well. And yes, and hopefully, maybe it's in the future. I'd love to, but of course, we got a long way to go. I think PSG more or less parked the bus. Yeah, at the end, they were just, just chillaxed, not wasting legs against potential Bayern as the next opponent in the quarters. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the Bayern game, though. Can they get through to versus PSG? We're going to have to see. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next game. You'll go 3-1 Bayern. Yeah, same. I'm actually going to go agree with the 3-1 take there. So we're all going 3-1. So 2 hours until the next game. Let's just check, actually. Next game, yeah, 2 hours. So it's 8:54 now, so it'll be 9 when this ends. 2 hours till next game. After that game, we'll do a dog walk stream, unless it gets delayed, of course, by weather. But bye-bye, guys. See you in the next one. Smash like and subscribe if you haven't already. Goodbye.